Greetings and salutations. Welcome back inside the Let's Not Do This podcast for Wednesday, November the 5th, year of our Lord, 2025. It is 7:32 in the East. Was it, Scotty? Remember the 5th of November, something, the treason, the plot, and the, I don't know. Fuck you, Guy Fawkes. I don't know anything
I don't know.
about
Can
that.
we get rid of daylight
Jeep
savings time
anymore.
now?
Yeah, that'd be great. If daylight saving time, there's no S on the end. Just like there's no S on Kroger. Okay.
Yeah, it's great because now the sun is in my eyes the entire drive to and from work. We're at that time of year.
Okay, well, you got
Stupid.
that
Let's
going
get
for
rid
you.
of it. What are we doing?
Yeah.
The farmers
Uh,
don't need it anymore.
yeah, we don't grow any crops here. We just get everything from abroad, and we don't like it. We'll just
Right.
take it from them. But yeah, we're back. We got a new show here. We got picks Thursday night football coming up. We got the Raiders and Broncos, little AFC West showdown there from Empower Field at Mile High tomorrow night, and some Thursday/Friday college football to talk about. As you can tell, there's only two of us, me and Scotty this evening. The other unwise man, Chris, is indisposed on vacation. I'd like to think that he's in prison somewhere in Panama right now, and hopefully that the United States does not negotiate with terrorists, so hopefully we don't trade anything for him. He just rots in the Panamanian prison for the
No,
next
he wouldn't.
30
They
years.
wouldn't even take him. No,
Yeah.
but he is drunk, so that means he's either going to comment something ridiculous or he's passed out.
Oh, he's definitely passed out after a day of unadulterated filth behavior, just absolute filth. That's why he's not welcome anymore in certain states. Many of them that ended Y. But yeah, as you can tell, I look a little different this afternoon or evening or whatever. I am sans my spectacles. Scotty, I was shredding documents. Much like the end of, I think it was Rich Rodriguez's first tenure at West Virginia. There was like a whole thing where they were shredding documents there when he left to go to West Virginia. Left to go to Michigan. I was shredding some documents and I was bending over and my glasses just fell off my face. And I was like, oh, okay. They hit the floor. They did a bounce. They bounced again. And I did not see where they went. And I thought they were next to the computer chair that was adjacent to the shredder. I took a step back to further assess the situation.
Can't do that.
And you heard that sweet, sweet crunch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am sans glasses for the foreseeable future. I am rocking the contacts, which I got a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. They're all for vanity. I look much better with them, but I don't see a goddamn thing with contacts on. And my lighting setup here is bothering my eyes that much more without the glasses. So I'm going to look like our missing jackass friend tonight with the sunglasses on there. So there we go. But the difference between me and him is I make these look good.
I was gonna be Chris tonight, but I'm not because that would mean both of us would have sunglasses on. If we get a random viewer, they're gonna think we're the douchiest people. No, they'll just think you're a douche.
Without a doubt. Or I'm lying, and then they would feel bad about themselves.
Probably not. Not after you talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, you drop your glasses. You don't step. You slide your feet.
Yeah, they think about that, like offensive linemen doing those pass block drills. You slide and all. Nope, didn't. It all went out the window. Didn't think about it. Just took a big cavernous step back, and like the walls of Jericho, man, those things just crumpled up. So yeah, we got those going for me, and my bank account's not feeling as great. But what are you gonna do? But we're here. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk a little picks here, but let's see those standings first here, Scotty. If I remember correctly, what order I brought them up in. All right, there we go.
Some bad beats last week, man.
Our overall standings, you are 45 and 43 on the year. Chris at 40, 46 and 2. I'm bringing up the rear at 39, 48 and 1. Breaking it down by college and NFL, you are leading the way in the NFL at 17 and 20. Tied with Chris. Well, I didn't want to give him any credit. But yeah,
I should be in first. That Jacksonville, Las Vegas under. It was 9-6 going into the fourth quarter in the overhit. When I bet it under, that's when you have the guys literally breaking NFL records for the longest field goal made in the game.
Congrats to Tyler Loop there. What was it, 68 yards?
No, it's Little
Oh,
for
yeah,
Jacksonville.
Sam Little. I said Tyler Loop.
Yeah,
Jesus. I picked up Tyler Loop just now in fantasy because I was down the kicker. Thank you, Cowboys and Brandon Aubrey for not in your league, Scotty, another league
yeah,
for
and then
this week.
yeah, and then in Houston, they should have won and covered that game, but C.J. Stroud goes out. Davis Mills comes in, can't get a first down. Yeah, that's gambling, I guess.
That's gambling. No C.J. Stroud for Houston on Sunday either. Out with what looks like I guess with a concussion, so they'll be without him. We'll talk more about that on Saturday for the Doing Lines podcast, and of course, college football picks. Scotty, you're also leading the way at 28 and 23. Chris, 23, 26 got the two pushes, and me bringing up the rear there at 23 and 20. Wait, I didn't get those numbers right, did I? Nope, I didn't. I always copy something
No,
wrong.
that looks right.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
right. Chris
Yeah,
has
you
the
know
two
what?
pushes. That's why I
Yeah,
look
he has
so.
the two pushes. Yep, you're right. So Chris 23, 26 and 2, and I'm 23 and 28. So blah, 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 all around not good. But we'll see what we can do this week. And for that, let's dive right into it with our bets brought to you by absolutely no one. All right, these bets brought to you by No One. Of course, if you want to sponsor this or anything, send an email to info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. That's info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. We can talk a little turkey with you, and which is appropriate with the Tom Turkey going on the tables across the Commonwealth, across the nation here in just a couple weeks from now. All right, let's get into it. Thursday night football, little AFC West showdown. Scotty, Broncos rocking the throwback uniforms again. I love it. At home, 7-2. They got a 6-game win streak going against 2-6 Raiders. Denver laying a 9.5. The total set at 42.5 tomorrow, 8:15 on Prime Video. I'll let you take it away here, sir.
Yeah, the old Redskin uniforms made a showing Sunday night, even though they
How'd that
looked terrible.
how'd that work out for you?
Um, yeah, time to just tank. Let Jaden sit the rest of the year. We should have made some trades. I don't know why. We should have traded some of our guys and got some draft picks. But whatever. I'm not worried long term yet about Jaden Daniels. He just has to learn how to stay healthy. I think last year he never really took any big hits last year. I think maybe he got a little overconfident in his running. So yeah, maybe he'll learn from that.
Or
Although I was happy that I know you can't be happy when somebody gets hurt, but when I first saw the injury, I thought it was his leg, and they said he broke his arm. I wasn't even looking at his arm when the injury happened. So shouldn't be any long term effects from that non-throwing elbow. He'll be fine.
well, the that field there, may or may not have been built on a Native American burial ground, so you got that going for you there. But
Yeah, there's been
yeah,
a lot of victims right there in that same area. Not even just the whole field, like that part of the field has
yeah,
claimed so many people. It's insane.
that place
Um,
in DC is a trail of tears there to
yeah,
play on the Native American theme. But no Trail of Tears in Denver right now. So Broncos have reeled off 6 in a row. And by the way, they're further announcing plans. They're want to build a new stadium there in Denver. I think near like 38th Street, near like the rail yard kind of area. Yeah, should be really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully they get that done. Hopefully they keep it outdoor. Or at least we have a retractable roof. But nobody wants to build outdoor stadiums anymore because everyone wants the NCAA Final Four and Taylor Swift and all that stuff. But I digress. Raiders,
yeah.
Broncos, Thursday night. What do you got on your card here?
So I'll go with Chris first. He has the Raiders plus 9.5, and I actually like that. That was almost my bet. It was originally my bet until I changed it last minute. I'm going with the player prop. But Chris would probably say Bo Nick's still overrated. Sean Payton sucks, something to that effect. But yeah, you mentioned the Broncos winning 6 in a row. I think they're a little overconfident. 4 of those wins, 2 of them were against both New Yorks. Um, and then there was Davis Mills last week. They lose if C.J. Stroud doesn't go out. And then the Bengals. So yeah, I kind of like that plus 9.5. Might actually end up betting that. During the 6-game winning streak, they did win 2 by double digits, but it was against probably the 2 worst defenses in the league, the Cowboys and the Bengals. Raiders defense not terrible actually. Number 9 in yards per play this year. So yeah, I'll probably end up betting that plus 9.5. With all that being said, I switched to a player prop last second, and I'm actually going Geno Smith under 9.5 rushing yards. He hasn't hit this in his last 4 games. The Broncos are second best in rushing yards to the quarterback. They held Jackson Dart to his fewest rushing yards since he's become starter at 11, and Jalen Hurts only had 3 rushing yards against them. This is kind of like too easy. This is the only thing that scares me. Every time you get that can't miss bets, those are the ones that sometimes will hit. So the only thing that worries me really is if the Broncos go up big, they're going to be throwing a lot. They'll give him more opportunities, and one breakdown, he could get this in one play. But yeah, he hasn't been running a lot, and when he does, he's not running far. So yeah, give me that number 2 against QB rushing yards and Geno, who's not really running much. Give me under 9.5 rushing yards for Geno Smith and Chris. Like I said, on the Raiders plus 9.5.
You know, I don't hate that Geno Smith pick there. And the Raiders won. I mean, yeah, all conventional wisdom, all signs are telling you this is easy for Denver. They're at home. The Raiders are struggling. The Broncos are surging. Denver's offense is, moving the ball right now at a pretty decent clip, but their defense is great. One of the best defenses in the NFL. And the Raiders have just a historically abysmal offense under Pete Carroll. I think so far statistically, it's the worst offense ever under a Pete Carroll team, which is surprising because these teams usually do put up some points there. And the Broncos, they protect the quarterback as well. They're first in pass block win rate, and and pass block grade on PFF. Meanwhile, the Raiders, even with Max Crosby, who Dallas inquired about, and I think Pittsburgh may have it too. I forget the other team, but they said kick rocks to both of them. The Raiders generate pressure at the 10th lowest clip in the NFL. So you got a line that protects the quarterback and a pass rush that ain't exactly getting after things. I really want to take Denver to cover this number, but these Thursday night games just always throw me off. And especially too, it's a division game. These teams know each other. It's an old school AFC West rivalry. Denver's playing well, and it's a great football town when Denver's at home. But there are going to be some Raider fans there. There's always silver and black in Denver. They're going to make themselves known. I'm actually going to go the player prop here as well. I think my first NFL player prop of the season. I'm going to go with Bo Nix over for his passing total, which let me look at that again. It's I just had it. It literally just scrolled away from me. I think it was 213 and a half. I want to get the exact number. I literally had it up on the app, Scotty. There we go. Yeah, 213 and a half. That's minus 115 right now on ESPN bet. Uh, he has 257 passing yards average. He had 257 passing yards in his last home game. 284 yards he's averaging passing in his last 3 home starts. So with that number sitting there at 213, that's money all day. He's completing like 65% of his passes from a clean pocket, which Denver gives him, versus 46% under pressure, which Vegas doesn't get after the quarterback well. He's thrown for almost 2,000 yards this year, 17 touchdowns and 6 picks. So while everything in me is screaming to take Denver to cover, also I like the under here as well. But I'm going to play it safe. Give me Bo Nix over his passing prop of 213 and a half there on ESPN bet.
Yeah, that does seem kind of low. I guess maybe because it's a big spread. They think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a closer game. So I kind of like that. But also going back to another reason why I like the Raiders. You don't have a lot of look ahead spots in the NFL. It's not really that big of a deal like it is in college. But if there ever was one, Denver on a short week, and then they get an extended rest, and they play the Chiefs are up next. So if there was ever a look ahead, short week against a team you're supposed to win against pretty easily, just go in, do the bare minimum, just enough to win, and then get ready for the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to care about trying to make it look pretty. They're just going to look for the W and get out of there.
Yeah,
On to
get out of
Kansas
town.
City.
No injuries, nothing bad happened. Just protect the quarterback. Don't turn the ball over. Typical coach cliche stuff. Don't beat yourself. And I think that's the real only way that Vegas has any chance of winning this game is if Denver beats itself. If Bo Nix becomes bad, Bo Nix and throws some picks, they have a couple of fumbles, maybe a couple coverage breakdowns, but I don't see that defensively. Just they have to beat themselves, I think, for Vegas to have a chance to win. The backdoor cover, I think, could be in play here. And you're right, it probably will be a low scoring game. Both teams do like to run the ball a little bit too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Raiders actually pretty good against the run. I do like Cortland Sutton. I think he's going to go over. I think his number was like 59 and a half. I think he should clear that. Raiders not good against wide receivers, but
yeah. I may combo
yeah,
that actually with the Bo Nix, not for this particular bet, but for my own personal spread. There, I may combo that with
yeah.
the
I don't
yeah.
like that total at all though, because the Raiders maybe they did find something in that fourth quarter when Brock Bowers just went insane. Um, I had a 99% on my Yahoo at one point, and I almost lost because of Brock Bowers. Fucking crazy. Ended up
Tell you
like
what,
30 points.
if they can get some decent quarterback play and you can run the ball with Ashton Cheaty and Jacoby Myers has finally been set free. He's on his way to Jacksonville there. But if you can get guys that want to be there, the guys that can buy in, if you get both of those tight ends and keep them healthy, Michael Meyer and Brock Bowers, I mean, you can have a formidable little passing attack there. Both of those guys are. I love the athleticism of both of them. You can give them the ball. That tight end is a quarterback's best friend. If you have two decent tight ends, you can make some plays there. They have some pieces there, and you have Ashton GT who's starting to come along. They have some pieces. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, the Raiders Broncos Thursday night. Chris going with Vegas to cover the 9.5. I'm going with the over 213.5 on Bo Nix's passing. And you went with what again?
Geno Smith under 9.5 rush yards.
That's right. I forget the exact number. For some reason, I thought it was 8.5, but under 9.5 is even better. All right, moving on here. College football. No one has this game on their card, do they?
I hope not. No.
No, no.
Actually, I thought about it for a quick second. I'm just laughing at the Georgia Southern picture.
Well, I googled their quarterback. I forget his
Actually,
name. Sorry.
they both look kind of goofy.
Sorry, kid, but I was trying to find a picture of him from this year in a white uniform, and this one where he was evading a sack, and I was able to Photoshop away the gentleman that was trying to grab his legs. That was the best one I could get. So, yeah, knock yourself out there, kid. This used to be a hell of a game in the FCS annals, but not so much these days. Both programs struggling a little bit this season at the FBS level, but. Yeah, App State's always a tough place to play. And on a Thursday night, those kids in Boone are going to be hammered on moonshine. I'm not putting this down specifically on this show, but I will be betting App minus the 6.5 at home. At Boone on a Thursday night, it's going to be a fun. That's going to be a fun scene.
Yeah, I got absolutely nothing on this. The line is moving towards Georgia Southern, so that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing on this.
Absolutely, just gross game. Moving over here,
Maybe
UTSA.
the over.
Yeah.
Speaking of overs.
UTSA and USF. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, UTSA is on the road, so we're going to get bad road runners. They're great at home, not good on the road. In South Florida, they're 6-2 on the year, and their quarterback Byram is absolutely phenomenal. He's a great dual threat guy there. Anybody got this game on their card?
No.
No.
I thought
All
about
right.
it for a second, but I was looking at the over maybe. Also, maybe USF, UTSA coming off an upset win. I think they might just get like 50 put up on them. Yeah,
I
either the
hate
over or
before that.
USF.
I probably will bet this tomorrow because I'm a degenerate. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm going to look at the team total for USF because I kind of feel like this is a spot where they can open it up a little bit on those Roadrunners because for whatever reason, once they leave the friendly confines of San Antonio, yeah, things don't go so well for them.
Yeah, so that's a big number, but just looking real quick at the trends here. UTSA 3-0 to the over as an underdog, 6-2 overall. USF 3-1 to the over as a favorite. 5-3 overall. So yeah,
Okay.
both of these teams like to put up points.
Pinball game there, so that should be good. All right, moving on here. Friday, 8 o'clock on FS1. We got the Bounce House. They'll be rocking this. UCF is 4-4 at home, taking on Houston Cougars coming in 7-2, coming off that loss last week. Houston laying the point and a half. Total set at 47.5. Anyone got this on their card?
No, I've thought about it, but the line scares me because why is Houston? They're more than a 1.5 points better than UCF. Both coming off bad losses. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do
Yeah.
with this one. Maybe Houston. Houston is the better team, but what is this line? I don't know.
This line it feels like it's just inviting me to to take UCF plus that point and a half here, and I don't know, man. I haven't seen too much of the Knights this year. What I have seen of Houston, I have been impressed last week withstanding, but yeah, I just feel like this is a trap. Somebody knows something that we don't know, and I'm just staying
Yeah.
far, far away from this one.
Well, I think these Friday games have. I think the home teams have been playing pretty well, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Bounce House will be rocking. Should be a good one. All right. This is my game Friday. And I know Northwestern should be in you, but I like the NW because it's Northwestern. Friday, 9 o'clock on Fox, USC, the Minnesota Troy, number 19 in the college football playoff rankings, 6-2 on the year. They're at home laying the 14.5. Total set at 49.5. Northwestern coming in a surprising 5-3 so far on the year for the Northwestern Wildcats. They're the boys from Evanston. All right, let's take a look here. On this one, I have gone back and forth on this 8 million times. You think, well, why didn't you stay away from this game then if you can't figure
Yeah.
it out? I don't know. I like Preston Stone. I think he's the key for Northwestern, the SMU transfer. I can't even read my notes with these ridiculous glasses on. He's got 28 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Back in 2023 when he was at SMU, put up great numbers that year. Regressed a little bit last year. He's playing okay this year. This year, though, the interceptions have been the issue. 9 interceptions. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. And those losses that Northwestern has, those are the games where they turn the ball over. His accuracy issues have been a concern this year. He's only completing like 58% of his passes. Caleb, and I'm going to pronounce his Komalefi or whatever. They're starting to run the ball a little bit with Northwestern. Against Nebraska, he went for 125 and 2 touchdowns in that loss to Nebraska. He's got 608 yards, 7 touchdowns this year, and he's averaging 4.9 yards a pop. So Northwestern, they run the ball well and they play good defense. They're only giving up like 16.8 points a game. That's 13th nationally. This is a team that wants to get into a bar fight with you. They want to scrap. They want to make it ugly. They want to grind the tempo down. And I think if USC doesn't put them away early in the first half, that's where things could get interesting. The longer a team like Northwestern hangs around, they become dangerous there. I'm actually going to take Northwestern plus the 14.5 here. I think Nebraska kind of showed the blueprint for how to defend this USC offense. They held Jaden Maivia to like 135 yards passing. Northwestern plays really good defense. And games where Stone protects the ball and doesn't turn it over, Northwestern's 5-0. So if they can control the clock, grind things down, run the football, and play good defense, I don't see why they can't cover this 14.5 on the road. By the way, Scotty, last time these two teams met, 1996 Rose Bowl. Remember that? That was Gary Darnell coaching the team?
No,
Gary Barnett.
I wasn't.
Gary Barnett at Northwestern.
What year did you say that was?
1996.
Yeah, I wasn't really watching college football back then.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get into college until like Michael Vick.
Oh,
I would watch like the real like huge games, but I wasn't watching Northwestern.
That Northwestern team was
I was like 11 years old.
I was
NFL Sunday. I was still glued to the TV, but yeah, I wasn't really watching a lot of college.
But yeah, these two teams have not don't have a big storied history. Last time they played was Rose Bowl, obviously, when USC was in the Pac-12, which is where they should be, but that's a story for another day. The last time Northwestern was at the Coliseum, by the way, it was 1969. So they haven't been in the LA Coliseum
Jeez.
since 1969. But yeah, Gary Barnett, Darnell Archery, Pat Fitzgerald, they were all on that 96 Northwestern team. They went 10-2 that year. That was a fun team for Northwestern, but they're not going to rekindle any of that magic, but I think they can cover the 14 and a half if they play their game.
Yeah, Chris has this, and he is actually going against you on this one. He's got there's some 14s out there, so we'll give him USC minus 14. If I had to bet this, I think I would have to roll with USC at home. They're 3-1 against the spread at home, 4-0 money line. If they played at home every week, they would be like a top 5 team probably. They're really good at home. Lincoln Riley, since he's been there, really good at home, not so much on the road. So they want you to take that hook also. It has come down to 14 in some places, so maybe too much money's come in on Northwestern. I don't know. Yeah, I would go USC if I had to, but I'll probably stay away from this because that is a big number.
One thing too, I mean, USC's coming off the short week there. They played Saturday at Nebraska. Now they're playing Friday back home. Yeah, these kids are all 19, 20, 21 years old. They can bounce back. They're like rubber at that age, essentially. But still, playing on that Saturday, then coming back and playing on Friday of one less day. Football's a collision sport. It's not a contact sport. It's a collision sport. You're going to feel it. And that's one less day to nurse those boo-boos. Northwestern coming off a bye. They've had 13 days to rest since they lost to Nebraska. They've had 13 days to study that game film to how Nebraska managed to slow that USC offense down a little bit. So I expect a bar fight, which is crazy to think Northwestern kids getting in a bar fight, but that's the way that they want to play football.
Yeah, I'll probably tune in. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the total. We'll see.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, next up here on the card, Tulane and Memphis. This game lost a little luster after the recent results there with Tulane going down. But what's the quarterback's name? He just went out of my head. Oh Lord,
For who?
Jake for Tulane.
He's got a weird last name.
Yeah,
it's got some K's and a Z.
It's Retzlaff, right? It's Retzlaff,
something like that. Yeah,
because I keep wanting to think Getzlaff, but that was a hockey player, and his brother played in the CFL. But yeah, coming over from BYU, Tulane 6-2 on the year, Memphis 8-1. They're doing the blackout at Memphis. I don't think the team's wearing black, but the students are wearing black. 9:00 there on ESPN Friday nights. Tigers laying 3.5. Total set at 54.5. Both of these teams like to score points. I feel like I know where you may be going.
No, actually.
Ooh.
I'm actually going so everything about this game says take Memphis. I feel like the Lions should be bigger. Memphis is in the playoff if the season ended today, which is kind of wild. Yeah, it is only 3.5 points. A couple weeks ago, the public was all over Memphis. A couple weeks ago, Memphis was in the same spot that Tulane is in right now. Memphis had just come off a disappointing loss to UAB. They're playing USF, who was probably in the playoff at that point. Took their spot, ruined their playoff chances for the moment. Now Tulane's got pretty much the same exact spot that they're in now, except for they're on the road, which is a big deal. But they got blown out by UTSA. I don't know what the hell that was. Now they're going on the road to Memphis, who Memphis has had some big games in the last few weeks, and it's a weird number. It came down. I think it was at 5.5, maybe even 6.5 at one point.
I think so.
So, and the public's on Memphis, so that tells me the wise guys are on Tulane. Brendan Lewis had like some type of lower body injury last week. He's supposed to be playing, but I don't know. Maybe he's banged up. Maybe he doesn't even play. Who knows? And if he does play, maybe he's limited and is hurting the team more than helping. He's been pretty good this year, but yeah, this might be Tulane's Super Bowl now. I don't know. I guess they still have an outside shot at the playoffs. They run the table, maybe. That could be another motivating factor. I don't know if Tulane wins, but yeah, it's just everything is saying Memphis. It's almost like, all right, so why is this line too small? If you look at the stats, Memphis is kind of a little bit better everywhere than Tulane, and they're at home. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Tulane just bounces back, wants to play spoiler. I don't know if they win. I think it's gonna be a very close game. So yeah, give me that weird 3.5 points with Tulane.
Well, Scotty, there's a couple of trends that support you here. Memphis 4-0 at home this season, and they are 22-3 in home games with totals exceeding 50 from dating back to 2023. That courtesy of Hero Sports. There, I thought that was a interesting stat. Also, one thing I like to look at in games like this is penalties. Memphis, they give up about 45 yards a game in penalties. Tulane, almost 68 yards a game, which is 13th worst in the 14th team
So
American
you
Conference.
disagree with me? I'm going with Tulane.
Oh, I thought you said Memphis.
Yeah, everything's lined up Memphis, and
Oh,
this
okay.
line is only 3.5. So something's
Yeah,
up. I think
yeah.
Brendan Lewis maybe is more banged up than they're letting on. Yeah, I'm taking the Tulane
Okay.
plus the 3.5.
I'm sorry. My brain did not process that you were taking that. Yeah, I think I am going to bet this. I didn't want to put it on my card. It was literally on my card. I took it off and put my game on there, the USC game. But if I did bet this, I was going to take Memphis to cover there because of the turnovers, because of their record at home, and the penalties as well. Tulane is 60th in the FBS with like a +1 turnover margin compared to Memphis, who is sixth with a +9. So turnovers and penalties, those are two things that'll kill you, especially on the road. And Memphis does those things at home. Those Memphis does those things better than Tulane, and they're at home. Somebody knows something that we don't know. It is kind of a weird line. I'm going to fall into the trap, and I am going to put money on Memphis to cover this as soon as we get done with the show. Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like I forget who we were talking about last week who finally got a number beside their name.
was it Houston last week?
Yeah, and I said bet
Yeah,
against them. Yeah, and look what happened. They lost to one of their worst teams, probably maybe the worst team in the Big 12. Well, other than Oklahoma State.
yeah. The Oklahoma State should be just like whatever the Canadian equivalent of the NCAA is. They should be there. They should be playing the Calgary Dinos and the Toronto Double Blues and all. Yeah, the Varsity Blues. Yeah, they should be playing them.
Now you took USF's playoff spot away, and now you're in the playoff. I mean, I think there's gonna be a letdown. Maybe they win, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a close. I think 3.5. It's just I think one of these teams wins by a field goal.
By the way, Memphis. I'm not sure what kind of student section support they got. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've not watched a lot of Memphis games over the last couple of years, but I feel like Memphis on a Friday night is a place you don't want to be anyway. So watch out, Tulane.
Do the Grizzlies play? I don't want John Morant being out and about.
That's very true. Hey, Tulane's from New Orleans. All right, they're used to tough environments too.
He's getting in enough trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see,
Maybe
the Grizzlies play.
maybe instead of bringing out like
They
an
play,
actual.
yeah. Grizzlies play in Memphis Friday night.
Okay, so maybe
It'll
they'll
be,
take some of the
it'll be
juice
busy.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully, Jake Retzlaff, the quarterback for Tulane, there. Hopefully, he can stop off at that big ass Bass Pro Shop that they got there in Memphis. That's all I know about Memphis. You got the university, you got overrated barbecue, you got that big Bass Pro Shop, you got the Grizzlies. The Oilers played one season there. You got Graceland, and that's about it. That's all I know. And Mississippi is way too close. That's all I know about Memphis.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know shit
yeah,
about Memphis.
yeah. So,
But also,
uh,
you were talking about the points. I actually would lean under here. I think it's going to be a lot of runs. First
hmm,
teams like to run the ball. Yeah. And
okay.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like the quarterback must be something's going on with him. Must not be very healthy.
I've
Like,
read
why would his
various
line
things.
come down to 3.5?
Yeah, I've read because where did you say it was earlier? Like six or something?
I think it was at 6. I'm not sure because it shows that it opened at 4.5, but I know that it was up to I saw a 6.5 at one point. Um, Now it's down to 3.5. So a lot of movement since it opened.
lot of volatility there. So somebody knows something that we don't know, and we're all going to find out Friday at 9 o'clock there on the mothership. Except for people like Scotty who have YouTube TV and they won't be able to see it there.
No, I
Don't.
got the ESPN
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
for now. The little app, which is why they're doing this because they want people to come to their new app. They can say what they want. That's why they're doing it. They
It
want
is
they want people to come to their app and stay there.
it is amazing. Real quick, what was it? If I remember correctly, I believe I saw today where ESPN was trying to work out something so they could put Monday night. No, they wanted to ESPN/Disney wanted to put the election coverage from ABC on. They say, "Hey, give it to everyone yesterday for that," and then YouTube hit a retort with, "Okay, no, instead, let's just give it everyone everything indefinitely until we work out a deal." But they didn't want to do
Yeah,
that because,
yeah.
as you mentioned, they got their app there. So
You mentioned the election. I'm not a political guy, and I'm an Orlando Magic fan. They played on NBC last night for the first time since 2002, 3, 4,
wait,
one of those years.
NBC, like three-letter NBC.
Yes,
Okay.
and of course we finally get on NBC again, and yeah, they show the speech from the winner. Um,
Oh,
we don't talk politics here,
the
but
new the
Spanberger was giving her
okay.
her acceptance speech. Is that what you call it when you win? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Your
all
your
right.
victory speech, your acceptance speech,
Victory
whatever.
speech. There
Yeah.
you go. And yeah, I'm like, man, you could go to any other channel for that. Let me watch my game. I
Your
get it.
team,
Well, yeah,
your
but they're
team
just like, of
finally gets
course,
on.
the one night Magic are on NBC is
And the thing
election
is,
night.
too, if you were in like Kentucky, you would have been completely fine. But because you live in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and we had a
That's true.
gubernatorial race that was like the gubernatorial race, that in New Jersey, you got screwed
Yeah,
yesterday. Well,
that's screwed. I mean, I get it. They had the game on. It was like split screen, but the audio was
on the
on
speech.
Spanberger. Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of Scotty getting screwed, if you want to watch him get screwed and laugh like I do, you can click this QR code right here and follow him on Action Network as he puts his plays in there. Of course, he's no Jersey Jerry. I have tailed some of his things and picked up a couple of wins, but Jersey Jerry last week from Barstool only betting parlays, he says, like me, but doing the freaking quarterback
I bet you I'm better than
touchdown
him in
parlay.
straight bets though.
Yeah, but he made $95,000 on Sunday, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah. See it. Let's see how long it lasts him. He's probably gonna be throwing down $5,000 bets.
Uh,
That shit will be gone in a couple weeks.
Speaking of $5,000 bets, someone that likes to drop down $5,000 bets, our dear friend Carla here. Hi, Leon. Love the
Hey, Rom.
glasses. You remind me of a '80s radio station DJ. Well, Carla, thank you. As we're tuning in to 97.5 KBBL, everything that rocks. Coming up, we got a
Maybe
special set for Carla, a little Van Halen. Right after this.
you say BBL.
Yeah, KBBL. Remember that was the radio station on the Simpsons.
All right.
I forget the frequency number, but I remember it was KBBL was the station on The Simpsons. I have way too much free time on my hands. But
Yeah, you probably don't know what BBL means now. So I was
oh, I know.
just okay.
Oh, I
Oh
know.
yeah.
Remember, I had my cockamamie idea last year. I don't know if we talked about it on this show for the
Uh,
bikini
yeah.
basketball league, which is going to be BBL, and the number one draft picks are going to be from Brazil. I mean, Brazilian Instagram women in the BBL basketball league. You tell me where that doesn't hit. You tell me if someone wants to be an investor on that. Send an email to info at let's not do this podcast.com. Mark Cuban, probably not. Dave Portnoy, I'm looking at you. Clay Travis, I'm looking at you.
They're
Let's
just
go.
gonna. I'm sure that idea has been floated around.
You know what? Yeah, I'm sure it has, but we want actual ballers, okay? It's not like the lingerie football league where they were just terrible. No. We want actual ballers. Let's get Paige Buchers out there, okay? Let's get Cameron Brink out there. That's what we're going to do. Who's the girl? Aja Wilson? Who's in the Victoria? Angel Reese.
Hmm,
That was the one. Yeah. We're going to get Angel Reese out there, all right?
Don't. All right. Yeah. No comment. I'm not. Let's not do this.
Let's not. Let's
Acting
not.
like you don't know who Angel Reese is. You know who she is.
I honestly forgot her name that was in the. I thought it was Aja Wilson
Okay.
that was in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. No, it was
No,
AJ.
she's the back-to-back. I think she won MVP this year. I know she won it last year. I know she was a Finals MVP this year.
Oh, okay.
She's
Well,
really good.
hey,
Yeah.
good for her and the 18 people that pretend to care about the WNBA.
Hopefully, the players go and start their own league is what they should do.
Didn't they just sign a labor deal? So I guess there's no strike coming
Did they
up because
sign
that
it?
would.
Okay. I thought
Or
they were talking
if
about strike.
if they haven't signed it, I think they're like got the ball on the 5 yard line. It's going to get done because they got some momentum going actually with that league, and that would absolutely kill it. You cannot afford to have a work stoppage in that league.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, if I was the players, I would they could start their own league. But yeah,
The bikini basketball league.
no,
Let's go.
of
I'll
real
put a team.
basketball.
I'll put a team in Honolulu, the Honolulu Hawaiians in the bikini basketball league. Let's go.
Worse
I'm
than the
glad we.
Houston Texans.
I'm glad we don't have HR because I think I would be going there right now.
Bro, who would we even hire for HR?
I don't know,
My
but
mom. My mom.
yeah, your mom would be the coolest HR lady of all
Yeah,
time. By the way, Leon, I'm going to ask you to not drink, but I'm not just going to say that it's okay if you do, and I'll be like, thank you. Thank you, Mom. You're
exactly.
awesome. All right. Speaking of awesome, it's awesome if you like and subscribe to the show. Make sure to check it out. We're here Wednesday, 7:30. Normally Chris is here. Hopefully he gets out of a Panamanian jail. I actually hope he doesn't. But then we'll see you back here on Saturday, 9 a.m. for doing lines. We'll get you ready for the upcoming games on Saturday and Sunday, NFL and college football. We may or may not have a getting loose with Leon tomorrow. NASCAR course is over. Heartbreak for Denny Hamlin. What are you going to do? Kyle Larson is your series champion, but F1 is back and they are in Brazil. So I may just put up some picks. I may do a show on that. We'll see. I got to get to the F1 lab. Now that NASCAR is over, I can devote a little bit more attention to football because I can't be losing to y'all in football bets. So I gotta pick up the tempo.
Bro, y'all aren't catching me because they're still not really correlating with my my actual bets.
Hey,
so it's gonna catch up.
You know how Chris was riding the Iowa unders for a long time, which I may or may not have that on my card. Interesting line movement there in that Iowa game.
I might have that game on my card, but I don't think it's going to be a total.
Man, ooh, interesting. We'll see what happens there on Saturday. But yeah, I may talk about that. But also Georgia's second half spreads. Okay, that may be my new thing. Just take the dogs minus the points in the second half. Though Mississippi
Can't
State
wait for them to lose their first playoff game.
Mississippi State could be an interesting test because Saturday evening in Starkville is not fun for anyone.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll talk about it Saturday right back here. Until then, keep your stick on the ice. Panamanian prison people, please put Chris in solitary confinement. We'll see you.
Hope his Tinder date is okay.